So if I have 0 to 2 years of experience, like as a junior, then what salary I can expect? What if I, for senior level?
So mid-level is 60K
Ah,
yearly, and for seniors, roughly 80K.
so hey guys, I'm back with another new interesting podcast. Today our guest is Bruno from Luxembourg. So Luxembourg is the very richest country in the world. So in this video we will talk about how you can get job in Luxembourg from your regional country. And also we will discuss about salary, tax and living cost and all these things. So I know I can guarantee you this video will very helpful for you. So before starting this video, what you have to do is you have to hit the like button and let's get started. So thank you so much, Bruno, for coming. Our audience wants to know about you.
Hey. Well, thank you for inviting me. Actually, it was quite a surprise. And that's actually a very good idea. So, I'm Bruno, as Samir said. So I've been working in software engineering for more than 10 years, more or less. And yeah, so I'm Brazilian, but I've been lived in Poland before, and then I moved to Luxembourg.
Wow, good.
That's it. I don't know what else I should say. But then,
Okay, so let me ask first question. The first question is how we can apply for Luxembourg, like from our regional country.
so actually, to apply for a job, it's quite easy to in Luxembourg. So I did it through LinkedIn, but so there is a website, a very common one here is jobs.lu. We can share the links.
Sure.
But it's quite easy to find, and it more or less a mirror of LinkedIn, but they have also some specific jobs or specific companies that they don't want to use LinkedIn to. But yeah, it's quite easy. So just apply and go through the process.
Okay.
The process is quite slow. Sometimes the hiring process. So there are some companies that are quite traditional here, so they have their own usual way to do that. So yeah, we can cover this topic later.
And okay, so may I know the regional language in Luxembourg? They speak English or something else?
Yeah, this is a very good question. So Luxembourg is quite crazy about languages because they have 3 official languages: Luxembourgish, German, and French. But it doesn't mean that you have to know all of them. It depends on where you were going to work or what kind of job you do. So if you need to talk to people, the more the language, the better. But yeah, for IT on software engineering, as English is commonly spoken,
Okay.
companies.
Then it is good news for IT person who wants to do job in Luxembourg. They thought like you need to learn another language.
Yeah. That's I did before moving to Luxembourg. I did some like 2-3 months of French just to get to know it. But actually, it's not mandatory. You have to see the application. If the job description requires you to learn the language, for sure it will not be in English. Will be in the language that they are requesting. So it will be either in French or German. But yeah, so on IT usually it's English is the common. It's the lingua franca, as they say.
Okay, that is good to hear. And okay, let's looking forward to another question. How we can prepare for the interview, and please share your interview experience.
Well, so I was saying before, so the process here in Luxembourg is quite standardized, let's say. So and a bit slow. So they have usually 3 sessions, let's say, or 3 rounds. So the sprinting people and company culture, like simplifying the
Instructor? Yeah.
yeah. So screening is just to initial evaluation. It can be short and it can be a bit longer depending on the company, but it's just an initial evaluation of language and basic technical skills requirement. From the second round is it's an in-depth technical interview. So, but also they can also evaluate some top skills and stuff, like how to communicate, if you know, if you have a Java mindset, been on the company, this kind of thing. And finally, the final one is company culture. This is basically or usually use the management level. So it's just again, if the candidate matches with the company's culture, that no, yeah. So what I do when I need to prepare myself for this kind of interviews, initial research or is evaluation of the company, because we tend to forget that the company is looking for someone good, but also we are looking for a company that fits to what we're looking for. And so that's something that we should pay attention, because we are able to spend like 4 years of our life, so perhaps less or even more, depends on the person. So this is a very important topic to do very good research, let's say, or prepare better. So yeah, so look for feedbacks on internet. Like there's some Glassdoor or in different websites for you to provide details. Like there are ex-employees or even employees to give feedbacks about the company, CEO or this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you can see salary expectation, the company on level, or you can have like pros and cons working there, and like culture, environment, this kind of thing. For big companies, here in Luxembourg you have big companies, so because here tax driven, can talk about it later about that. There are a lot of big companies having headquarters here in Luxembourg, so it's easy also to go on internet, search for news, is how the company is doing, they're involved in something that can be important to you. So I remember I was applying for a satellite company here in Luxembourg, and then I start searching about it, and then I found that they were passing through on the local news website. They were passing through a restructure. So there was a lot of layoffs and this kind of thing. So no, and I'm not going to apply for this company anymore, because this is not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So the rest is technical and training session. So if you go to the technical interview, and this is what we need to know, and they will be able to retain you about it.
Yeah, it's a very important, for as an employee to research about the company target, company goals. That is a very important.
Yes, that's very important. And if it's to what you're looking for, because if it's a company like a startup, and this is going to require a lot of investment from you to work perhaps more than usual, just to make it happen. So if you're in a different time of your life, so you have time for that or not, it may impact you.
Okay, let's let's moving forward to another question. The other question is, how is work culture in a company in Luxembourg?
Well, I cannot say about all the companies, but so far I've been I worked for 2 companies in Luxembourg, so I just changed it recently, and both companies were amazing or are amazing. So you have time to think, you have the time to organize yourself, you have time to learn, and there's not a big pressure on delivery, and of course you have to do work. But it's different when you have, I don't know, I'm from Brazil, so in Brazil the mindset is you have to work as much as you need, and as much as you have, or even more, like 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and this is stressful. And here in Europe, in general, but in Luxembourg, as I working here now, the mindset is different. It's more on the quality than delivery.
Okay, so let's moving to the another question. The most important question is, how expensive is Luxembourg? If I live a single person, then what will be my living cost, food, accommodation, all these things?
This is a very, very tricky question. So I tried to do some research on that when I moved to Luxembourg. Of course, I did. I used this Nobel. I can share to you the links later, but there's this website Nobel, and they share like basic cost of living in Luxembourg and other countries as well, and even it's per city level. So there, I thought that if for a single person without renting, the average cost would be €1,000.
Without
Without renting, renting is the most expensive thing here in Luxembourg. No matter if you're single or a family, of course it can get really really high depending on where we want to live or where you need to live. But yeah, and for a family, it goes up to 2,000 something. Forgot, but again, it's just to see on this Nabio website, and then everyone can take out the numbers there. But it seems to be fair enough, so it shows you how much people spend in restaurant, like basic things, or diary, or I don't know, laundry costs, or this kind of details, even in the supermarket. But yeah, the cost of living here in Luxembourg compared to other countries is quite high. And sorry, I didn't mention, but of course it's euro. So it's €1,000 for a single person without renting. And yeah, it depends. It of course depends. So if you want to live in the city, Luxembourg City, cost of living will be much higher than living in New York or South or even abroad. Because for some people, if you have a dual citizenship, you can live in France and work in Luxembourg, for example. So this changes the cost of living.
Yeah, as compared to Luxembourg, France, living cost is low, right?
Yes, much lower. Depending on where you want to live. In France, for instance, it can be as low as half of the normal cost of living in Luxembourg.
Okay, let's talk about most important question, that is about salary. Okay, so if I have 0 to 2 years of experience, like as a junior, then what salary I can expect? If I have like senior level of experience, then how much I can expect in Luxembourg?
Yeah, so for that, I did a better researching to help you out. So I found that is the average salary for juniors, like as I said, like 0 from 3 years of experience should be roughly 4K yearly years for juniors.
400K, right?
40K.
40, okay, 40, okay. 40K per year.
Per year, yes.
Okay, and what if I, for senior level?
So mid-level is 60K yearly, and for seniors is roughly 80K
Okay.
per year.
And salary, it sounds very good, but what about the tax system?
Oh, the tax system is not as heavy as other countries. So for us, it sounds unfair for single, because for singles you have a different salary. But if you're single, you're going to pay more taxes, let's say. So it's going to be roughly 30 something. And if you're married, and then it goes below 20% of taxes. So, and if you have children, also you have more benefits. And Luxembourg is very gentle, let's say, in this part. So they will provide you a lot of ways to avoid taxes, but relieve the tax burden. So if you do investments in certain kind of funds, so for instance, pension funds, or if you have insurance, you also can deduct it from the tax, from the taxation. And so, yeah, it's for single. If the rule of thumb here is, if you're single, you're going to pay more taxes, let's say, because it's not a joint declaration. So it means that you're paying for yourself. So if you have family, then you can leverage it a bit, because then you pay taxes for the whole family. So the taxation is a bit more attractive, let's say.
So can you please give some advice to our audience who wants to pursue a career similar to you?
Advice to pursue the career. This is a very tricky question.
To Poland, and Poland, from Poland to settle in Luxembourg like your own?
Yeah, so I totally, I would totally advise that if you want to work in IT, it's very important to try at least to live abroad, because you have a different perspective of how things are done, as we discussed before. The culture of companies, the culture of companies is different, and depending on the country, you have different tooling, different ways of working and organizing the workflow, and this kind of thing is very important for us to learn and grow if you try different countries and different companies and mindsets. So I would totally do it again if I could. Now I cannot because I have a family. So
Yeah.
they have to, especially my daughter, she has to settle and learn. But as soon as she's big enough, for sure we're going to do it again. So try another country and see how it goes. But yeah, apart from that it's basic and cliche stuff like keep learning. New technologies, new languages, new stacks, and get involved in something. I recently started doing some open sourcing. This is very interesting. So it's also a different perspective of organizing yourself and how you deal with people. So yeah, it is also quite important because then you're supporting, helping the community. So. And yeah, that's it. And sharing all the time as possible. So if you have a small group, so you can organize and teach and share what you have done or what you're learning, and people also can do the same.
Yeah, absolutely right. Okay, thank you so much for your advice, and hope so, guys. This video will definitely helpful for you. And thank you so much, Bruno, for your time and coming.
No problem. Thank you for that.